I saw a video today that made me emotional. It's a couple giving their wedding vows, and it's not often I'll see a video like this and just be moved to tears, but this one was really pulling on the heartstrings, and well, I just thought it was an important video to showcase here to prove that true love does still exist. I know there's some of you out there that have stopped believing in love, but this one might reignite your faith. This is two hearts coming together like magnets and forming an unbreakable covalent bond, a James Bond.
Then as time went on and I was falling deeper in love with you, I was and always will be one of the easiest people to please. Only two things are required to keep me happy: keep my belly full and my balls empty. Though you're amazing at half of it, we really need to get you some cooking lessons.
And they say chivalry is dead and romance is kaput. So, the wedding vows start pretty aggressive here, talking about some ball draining, and it only gets more graphic and 50 Shades of Grey-esque. So these are the wedding vows between this newlywed couple, and his vows are basically just an erotica fanfic about his partner. And this is delivered in front of not only his family, her family, but in front of God too, who's probably weeping and feeling very embarrassed that this was allowed to transpire on his earth. It's pretty yucky, but they seem to be having a good time. I don't know how their families feel about having to listen to this guy talk about his daughter is basically just a fucking fleshlight for himself. Off rip going into like, hey, your new job as my wife, your duties to me are to get better at cooking and drain my balls like Steph Curry drains threes.
Even when my belly isn't full, there is no one I could ever love more in this lifetime, unless I actually get a chance to meet Margot Robbie.
The way he's presenting his vows is also a little uncomfortable. Not only the subject matter about it being almost entirely sexual based, but also it's because he's reading it from his cards here, like his book report almost. It's like he just got called on in front of the class to read from a textbook, and he's a little nervous about it. So it's all kind of like very robotic, which makes it even more weird. But yeah, he's treating it like a stand-up comedy routine, and it's very uncomfortable because it's all about fucking. Now, before showing you the rest of these beautiful vows, I'd like to show you something else that's beautiful, and that's today's sponsor, Honkai Star Rail. Big thanks to Honkai Star Rail for sponsoring today's video. Honkai Star Rail is the newest free-to-play game from the creators of Genshin Impact, Hoyoverse. So you already know the art style and the characterization is going to be immaculate, absolutely spectacular and breathtaking. It's a free-to-play RPG experience with a focus on strategic combat. So there's a lot of different ways of approaching the combat, a lot of different strategies you can employ to suit your own personal playstyle. So you can shift enemies around environments and characters and upgrade them to suit the way that you want to approach the combat. And since you can freely explore the universe, you can also find different things that'll better suit your playstyle. And all of the combat just looks amazing because they knocked it out of the park with the art direction, so it's all just beautiful visual effects from orbital cannons to ice walls. It's also cross-platform. It supports cross-platform play, so you can install it on mobile and PC and have the game data shared between them. So if you're interested in trying Honkai Star Rail, you can click the link in the description below to get started on your adventure. Big thanks again to Honkai Star Rail for sponsoring the video.
Well, today I'm taking a step further and giving you my last name, the last name of champions. No one deserves it more. With you and the girls by my side, I feel like I can conquer anything. Y'all make life worth living, giving every breath of every day a purpose. Life gets even better when the kids fall asleep and you tell me to come to the bedroom. Nothing's better than the sound of gagging and headboard slamming.
Michael.
He went a good 20 seconds of actually delivering heartfelt, meaningful statements in his vows, like very sweet sentiments, and then immediately into gagging and headboard slamming. Hell yeah, brother. And then that was his mom up there that said Michael, as if she was about to go over there and discipline him, like pull on his ear or wash his mouth out with soap. Now, watching this is actually very interesting because it's so sweet. And I've always seen a lot of these wedding videos go kind of south where like one of the best men or whatever delivers a really cringe speech. Luckily that's not the case here. no cringe to be had on this holy day. But I imagine flopping at either your own wedding or your best friend's wedding with a turbo dog shit speech is one of the worst feelings on the planet. Now, many of you know my buddy Matt recently proposed to his longtime girlfriend, and he wanted to do something special for the proposal, which was he had all of their friends submit short videos talking about how great of a couple they are and all of that. Just a very nice gesture, and he was going to compile all of those short videos into a longer, big video that he was going to surprise her with at a movie theater that they were planning on going to for a movie. It was a very cute idea, and I was included in this mega mix, and I'll go ahead and show you the video I submitted because I think I absolutely fucking crushed it. Hey, my name is Charles White. It is December 8th, 2022. That is 2022 years since the death of Christ. God rest his soul. I've been informed by a close friend of mine named Matthew Phillips that he is proposing to his longtime girlfriend Monique. So I want to say good luck and congratulations. It doesn't get better than that. Honestly, this looks like something out of a horror film. It was late into the evening and I wanted to get the video to him on time before deadline. And well, that's what we landed on. I originally wanted this to be like a 10-minute TED Talk video that I would submit and force Monique and Matt to sit through the entire speech. It was going to be all about how marriage is actually a tool that was developed in Area 51 in order to mind control the populace. But I decided I'll show mercy and just do a quick 20-second blurb. But anyway, the reason I'm showing this is because Matt and his longtime girlfriend are getting married, and at the wedding, I don't know if I'm supposed to give a speech or not, but if I am, I can only pray that I'm able to give something as inspired as the speech you're seeing from this guy right here.
Everyone keeps telling me that marriage is going to ruin a lot of things, but I feel that's only if you let it. You will forever have my heart, and that's a promise till death do we part. P.S. Since you're so good at making decisions like marrying me, you can choose whether tonight's going to end with being a toaster strudel or a Twinkie.
If that doesn't make you blush and melt your heart, then you just don't have a soul, partner. Because, wow, that is some silver-tongued Casanova class right there. So, in case you don't understand, if you're some kind of stupid fucking swine, a toaster strudel is referring to after they fuck. He'd pull out and ejaculate onto her tummy, make it maybe in like, little glaze waves, kind of like a toaster strudel, or a Twinkie, where he cream pies her, basically. He just fucking ejaculates inside. So that's what he's saying at the end of the vows here.
Alrighty. I'm speechless.
You're so
Being that I am his mom, I will deal with him later. He is grounded. By all means.
Shout out to his mom. She's taking this very uncomfortable situation like an absolute fucking champion. What a good sport here. She's like trying to dissipate all of the cringe in the atmosphere here as best as she can to diffuse it. And there's only so much you can do, really. But the two of them seem happy, and I guess that's all that matters. But I really just have to say, why do this in front of all of the family members of not only you, but her? It's literally just kind of saying in front of all of them that the main thing you care about with her as your partner is sex and not much else. There's a couple of moments, like glimmers of hope, where he does say heartfelt things, like very sweet things, but it's ephemeral. It's immediately overshadowed by going into headboard slamming, gagging, ball draining, nutsack draining, fucking cream pies and all of that. So I just feel like it probably wasn't the time or place for this routine here. Just seems a little trashy, especially because I'm pretty sure their kids are also there, as well as like obviously other kids of the families there having to listen to this really uncomfortable shit. So just kind of awkward, honestly, at the end of the day. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's about it. See ya.